good journey, and welcome to the latest episode of the Halcy Connection.
Everything you need to know about Halcy-Con, and boy, we have got a huge episode for everyone today. We're going to peel back the curtain on what all the mad scientists at Halcy-Con Labs have been hard at work for you on for the past several months
Yeah.
now. But let's jump right into it. We released a teaser video a few weeks ago that kind of set up the basic storyline for the immersive event that is Halcy-Con 3. For those that haven't seen it, we're going to link to that video in the show notes below. But the Halcyon's 275th anniversary cruise just happened. Well, and to the rest of the galaxy, it didn't go so great. The First Order took over the voyage. Well, all the passengers almost died, and it was rather tumultuous. But to the people that were on board the voyage, on board the Halcyon, it was the adventure of a lifetime. Literally the most fun they've ever had. But there's a few negative reviews circling around the galactic holonet that has prompted the Chandrila Starline to take every passenger from the 275th anniversary cruise of the Halcyon to the inaugural voyage of their newest starship, the Starship Aurora. So everyone is being transported directly from Chandrila, where they land, to the port of call and departure terminal for the Starship Aurora. We're going to reveal that planet in the coming weeks, but let's actually step on board the Starship Aurora itself.
Yes, so exciting.
Where's the best place to start?
So let's start in the atrium. That's going to be Seminole Ballroom C.
Every passenger starship needs an atrium.
Absolutely.
And this is where a lot of our action is going to take place in the storylines. The actions that need everyone present, that everyone gets to be there for. This is a really unbelievably complex set piece.
Yeah.
We are absolutely cannot wait for you to see the design that we came up with. But let's move on from the atrium, which is spectacular. What's next in line?
Next, I believe we should go to the training bridge.
Well, boy, the Halcyon Bridge experience was iconic, sensational, and there's absolutely no way that you can top that. We're not trying to recreate Galactic Starcruiser, but at the same time, we thought of a really fun way to take some of the really fun elements from the bridge experience and turn them into the training bridge on board the Starship Aurora. Technologically, it's one of our most advanced
Yeah.
rooms in the entire event.
Yeah.
Definitely one of our major set pieces. We're so pleased with the paradigm and the design that we came up with for this. The team is super excited to bring this to you. You know what? I'd say let's actually go down from the training bridge. What's next in line?
Well, from the training bridge, let's go to engineering.
Well, engineering, another really fun space that there is going to be a group play component to the engineering room. Everyone really, we want this to be something you experience with your Star Cruiser friends, your space family. Lot of ways that this ties in to the storylines, which we're going to talk about in just a bit. But the engineering room, another one of our major set pieces. What goes on from that?
Just below that is going to be the climate simulator. So if you loved our climate simulator last year, you're really going to love it this year.
Yeah, the climate simulator last year was actually our little test run to see if the Halcyon attendees really liked these themed areas, and
The answer's a hard yes.
the answer was a hard yes. So we dialed it not to 10, we dialed it straight to 20.
Yeah.
Let's actually go up to the Space Coast rooms and Space Coast 1.
Okay. That's going to be our cargo hold. I mean, obviously, aboard a Star Cruiser, you're going to have the cargo hold. This is where, maybe secret meetings take place, maybe a shoulder tap moment.
Yes. Well, let's actually go down from that. Is that this is something we're extremely proud to involve the community in, is the CSL gallery. This is something that we really wanted to have aboard the Starship Aurora, that it features not only the flagship of the Chandrila Starline, which of course is the Halcyon Starcruiser, but all of the different locations that the Chandrila Starline has transported passengers to. This is going to have a lot of really fun relics and artwork from those locations. And but let's move on. The next room is actually one of the ones I'm most excited about.
I know. This might be my favorite. I don't know, it's hard to pick. For those of you that have, spent a lot of time in the parks or have been on a cruise, you know that there's a vacation club that likes to introduce you to the other places and other things that can happen within that group. So welcome to the CVC office.
The Chandrilla Vacation Club. There's going to be a lot of story moments that kind of originate here. There is going to be a CVC representative that
Mhm,
not only introduces people, the passengers, to what's going on in the Starship Aurora and the port of
mhm.
call that the Starship Aurora is docked at before its departure, but also getting them into adventures and, well, you could say misadventures on board the ship. It's a super fun role. We cannot wait to bring that to you. So, welcome to the CVC Chandrilla Vacation Club. Lots more with that to come. So, next, let's move over to the Seminole Ballroom and let's talk about Seminole E.
The CSL 22 Lounge.
Well, CSL, of course, stands for cocktails, spirits, and libations. And it was a lot of people's favorite area at Halcy-Con too. It's bigger, it is better, it's much heavier themed. It's going to have a stage and
Mhm.
not only entertainment that we're bringing in, it's going to be some entertainment that we're sourcing from the community as well. We really want this to be a community effort, something that we all build together.
As one.
Love it. Um, but boy, you're going to be able to get your drink on
Mhm.
in the CSL 22 lounge aboard the Starship Aurora. And right next to that, we don't want people to drink and saber. However,
Yes, we are bringing back our lightsaber trainers. We know that from being on the Halcyon, that was a very popular thing. And well, with the Halcyon being dry docked, it just makes sense to bring some familiarity on board for the Starship Aurora. So we've invited the Saja to come back and give you some additional lightsaber training.
a lot of fun things to come in that space, and there's going to be story moments that happen there as well. But another space that we are super excited to have the community be such a huge part in is Seminole AB. What room is that?
The Crown of Cantonica. It'll be a dining experience that will include entertainment during the lunch hours.
You bet. Everyone's got to eat. Well, that's food and beverage, and the room blocks are how these events work. But
Mhm.
we wanted to give people entertainment while they eat, and boy, a amazingly talented set of folks in the community pitched us an idea for some show entertainment. Blew us away.
Yeah, we couldn't say
Absolutely.
yes fast enough.
Not only did we say yes, we wanted to make sure that they had a space that fit it perfectly. So much like there was an entertainment platform on board the Halcyon in their dining area, we have this as well. But let's move on to the Sun and Surf rooms. And one of the questions we're asked regularly is, well, Halcyon 1 and 2 were consisted primarily of panels, presentations, roundtables, convention type activities. Well, are any of those going to be on board the Starship Aurora for Halcyon 3? The answer is yes. Much like on a traditional cruise ship, real life cruise ship, there's educational opportunities. There's learning opportunities. There's activities,
Arts and
arts and
crafts.
crafts. All of these things exist on real life cruises, and we love that. We think that's sensational. We really wanted to kind of bring that element in to the Starship Aurora, but with one big change from Halcyon 1 and 2. Every activity, every roundtable, every panel, every presentation is completely in universe. We think that's going to be a really fun twist on this because we were actually wondering, do we even have panels and presentations
Mhm.
this year? But then we thought of all of the amazingly fun things people could do and think of to bring in universe wise like this.
Right.
If you want to do a panel on deep substrate foliated calcite, I would go to that. I would go to that. But there's so many really interesting things happening in the galaxy. Again, this timeline is set between episodes 8 and 9,
Mhm.
The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. The galaxy is in some turmoil. There's a lot of things happening. So some roundtables to kind of discuss what's happening and some panels and presentations to talk about maybe some historical things that have been going on. And arts and crafts, the options are just endless.
Right.
We really wanted to include that. There's even going to be a couple youngling friendly
Mhm,
activities as well.
mhm.
Um, but before you even get on board the Starship Aurora, the fun begins at check-in. So let's move over to the Universal side, the CSL departure terminal and port of call. When you check in on Thursday evening, from then on until the finale, Saturday night, the entire event is immersive. Now, we are not going to be the immersive police.
Right.
We're not going to be the canon police. This is everyone's here to have fun with
Yes.
your space friends and family, and that's what this is. This is literally we've always marketed Halcy-Con as the most fun galactic Starcruiser playground in the galaxy, and that's exactly what this is. But
Mhm.
the fun begins the moment you step in from the CSL departure terminal, and we are going to be boarding people in groups,
Yes.
just like on the Halcyon, just to keep things in an orderly fashion. So groups will be boarded in the order that the badges were purchased. We really want to keep this organized, but there's going to be activities in the port of call area and the departure terminal. One of the things in the port of call, Sabak for charity,
Yes.
is coming in all blasters blazing
Yes.
with amazing things that you even more so than they've done at Halcyon 1 and 2. And we're even plussing that up to be a complete experience,
Mhm.
even more so on one of the evenings, marketplace merchants. We have got an entirely different structure for the merchants this year. It's we called up Constance, our amazing vendor coordinator, and said, Constance, we've got a brand new idea for the marketplace this year. And she says,
Well, so do I.
well, and they were exactly the same idea. We literally
Yes.
pitched each other the exact same thing. It's all in universe. So there's not going to be just vendor tables. There's actually going to be themed vendor stalls that we provide. Um, we're heavily theming this area. We really want it to look like a port of call marketplace. There are going to be fewer merchants this year, but we're going to let Constance talk about all the many, many changes that are coming to the Halcyon marketplace. But we're so excited for you to experience that in the port of call. And we've got several other things planned, but we have got sections reserved for now in the port of call for different Halcyon fan groups. That if you want to host an activity or host some kind of um, uh,
A group meetup.
secret meetup, um, as long as it's in theme, in universe, we're all for it.
Mhm.
We're going to save space for you to do just that.
Yep.
But let's talk just a moment about there's some familiar paths that were on the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser that we would be remiss if we didn't kind of keep that those genres. Those
Mhm.
are really iconic things. But there's some ones that you did not get to experience that we are introducing for the first time
Mhm.
at Halcyon 3 that we were so excited to bring you. Christy, I say we tell everyone one new story path each.
Okay. Oh, I know which one I wanna talk about.
Well, go. I think I know which one you're going to talk about. Go for it.
Well, if we've met, then you know that I am a huge fan of Hondo Onaka. So as part of our journey this time, we are going to have space pirates.
Space Pirate Path is going to be so much fun. And the other one, in all the hundreds and hundreds of people we've talked to, we always asked what kind of paths would you have liked to have had on Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser that they just never got a chance to add.
Mhm.
Bounty Hunter was
Yes.
by far and away the number one requested path, and that is something we are so excited to bring you aboard the Starship Aurora and the Port of Call. We are going to keep the port of call and departure terminal planet secret for now.
Mhm.
It isn't Batu. We really wanted to keep the Galactic Star Cruiser experience its own thing. It was unparalleled. It was one of a kind. We don't want to touch that. We really want to create something new by the fans, for the fans. Um, and we are so excited to bring you the rest of the details. This is not just a 2.5 day event. This is literally going to be a 9-month event. The moment badges go on sale, you're not only going to get messaging from Starship Aurora about the event, the Halcyon 3, you're going to be getting in universe messages and story setups and character introductions so that you can hit the ground running the
Mhm.
moment you hit the Halcyon 3 port of call. We're so excited.
We're so excited.
There are so many people in this community that have been working so hard to come up with all of the many, many things required to bring this show to you. It is going to be one of a kind. It's going to be unparalleled. October 15, 16, 17, Orlando, Florida, Halcy-Con 3. But a lot of people are asking, when do badges go on sale? Christine.
Yes, so let me fire some dates at you really quick. So, ticket info will be available January 24th. That's a Saturday at noon Eastern. That'll give you all the details on who, what, where, when, and why. So, VIP badges will go on sale on January 31st. Again, that's a Saturday at noon Eastern. General admission badges will go on sale February 7th. That's just 1 week later, Saturday at noon. And then the room block. The room block will be available the very next Saturday, which is February 14th, again, Saturday at noon.
We really appreciate everyone's support. These events live and die by people buying the food and drink in the show spaces and staying on site in the
Yes.
official room block. Staying at the hotel does nothing. You got to stay in the official Halcyon room block. There are real world perks to staying in the room block, and there's also going to be some in event perks as well. You literally are the ones that are making this event possible. The team, the Halcyon team, is working so hard to bring you something brand new, a brand new experience for you to play. Get some of those really fun vibes. Get a little bit of that story FOMO of which way do I go?
Mhm.
I'm feeling it already.
Yeah.
This is it. If you ever wanted to go to a Halcyon, now's the time.
Yep.
This is the one. October 15, 16, 17, Halcyon 3, Tabooey Train.
Tabooey tray. And good journey.